This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com. Lenny Bakken wants to know, and by the way...
Lenny again?
Well, here's the thing. This is a good question, but it's always interesting when a money guy asks this question because it feels like he's trying to, I don't know, do an application with you. Personal friend of the show and a big time investor guy, Lenny Bakken.
And Lenny went to our first ever live show.
Yes, he did.
Yep.
He has a question for you here, Bruce. I think he's angling for some more loot to come his way. He says, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
He already knows the answer to that question.
Alive.
Here, I hope so anyway. Things change, man. Shit happens sometimes. So if I were looking into a crystal ball and I had any control over it, I would be same place that I am now, and that the business would be stronger and better than ever. So that's what I hope, and that's what I work towards. I try not to think about it really, and just try to put your head down and work one day at a time and move forward. That's I've learned. I have goals. I have ambitions, but I internalize it a lot more than I ever used to, and just bore forward.
It is an interesting question though, because I think a lot of people sort of subscribe to like, I'm on a 62 retirement plan, a 65 retirement plan, or I'm on the work forever plan. Not because, they have to necessarily, they just enjoy it. Like Jim Ross is north of 65 and he just wants to keep working because he's having fun. I sort of imagine you have a similar take on all this.
I do. There's often times that I've thought about, wow, if I could only just kick back and do a podcast one day a week.
You mean like 2 years ago?
Yeah. But the reality of it is that the less you do, the more you want to do, but really the more you do, the more you want.
Yeah.
So when we really started cranking everything up and started getting busy, and I was doing a lot of other projects and working on other things, that's when I really started wanting even more. In the beginning, I was content.
Right.
Yeah, we'll do this, man. All right. If it does well, does well. If not, this is what we're doing. But as time went on, it became, fuck, man, we could do more. We could do this. We could do that. And you want more.
Success is addicting.
It is. And work is addicting. And it's a lot of fun. So, I mean, I said work. I don't know that I've ever had to really work.
During COVID, you've been working. Chris wants to know, during the Monday Night Wars, were the wrestlers Vince considered as a necessity that he wouldn't want to leave no matter the cost? And on the other hand, what wrestlers did Vince want the most from WCW?
I don't think that there was anybody from WCW that we wanted. Oh my God, got to have them. The Giant was intriguing. We got the Giant. Besides that, Jericho was intriguing. Jericho came over, but there wasn't anybody. Boy, I wish I had him.
Jason wants to know, now that Bruce is older and has more financial security, has making the move back to WWE been a good decision, or maybe one he's regretting because of the schedule and demand on his time?
I love every day of my life.
I'm sure.
I do. Now here's the thing. Let me explain. I don't talk about shit now. Okay. We have that rule.
Yeah, we're not.
All right. This is about the past, but let me go ahead and expound on that a little bit. I have lived to be a part of this business since I was 4 years old.
Right.
And to be 57 years old and still be a part of it and get to do something that I truly love every day of my life, and to still be a part and still have a passion for it is crazy as it gets, and as little sleep as I am afforded. We had tonight to get this done. I'm like, bear with me, man. I promise you, I'm gonna have time. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get this in tonight. And last minute, I'm getting ready to leave. I'm at 1 hour, and I had to put a time on it so I can hit it. And I swear to God, man, I was opening up the computer and just hitting it when the sound of the gimmick of you calling me in. I love it. I absolutely love every single day of my life, and I don't regret a single thing. Sometimes I question it, and I want to bang my head against the wall and wonder where I was 2 years ago, especially when the weather's nice and I'm thinking about a pool. But I also think, wow, why not? And I actually love working, so it's pretty cool.
No, we're just busting balls that you have 31 free minutes a week for the pod. That's all. You ain't got to be so goddamn sensitive.
Well, I am a little fucking sensitive. I'm a sensitive guy.
Which is why I started to warm you up by telling you to tell us about that boring Paul Bosch shit nobody cares about right at the top of the show.
They all care about it. That's why Houston Wrestling, available in the archives, is the #1 most downloaded podcast of all time.
That's not
in
even
the history of all podcasts ever.
Okay, now we're speaking truth. Mike wants to know, why do you think WWE gets so much flack online for television ratings when profits are up year by year? The company seems to be making a better profit than ever in a forever changing digital landscape, and I think it's unfair. I think it's just a holdover from the Monday Night Wars where, people were at the edge of their seat on Tuesdays. They wanted to see what it was, but everything's changed in a major way, and it's maybe not the indicator it once was because of the television rights. I don't know. What do you think?
I think that when you look at the overall scope of media and the way that everybody consumes their entertainment today, that, it's one small part.
On a serious note, how many hours of sleep do you get on average?
On average, about 4 hours a night on a good night, but that's an average.
Mr. William wants to know, if next week was your very last episode, what would you want the topic to be when you went out on it? So, gonna go out with a bang, one last big show. What would you want the topic to be?
Bruce is dying.
What?
That would be the topic.
Oh, okay. Cause I see the show has to end because you're ending.
I'm dying. That's how we're going to end.
Another question here.
Unless I just quit.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.